Good morning, everyone. This is Mary Klingler reporting live for Fox 54 News. This morning, I'm going to give everybody a couple of seconds, as usual, to get on so I can tell you guys what happened here on Higdon Street this morning. It's been a breaking news morning over here on Higdon Street, so just giving everybody a couple of seconds to get on. Comment, let me know you're here so I can start talking and tell everybody sort of at the same time what's gone on here this morning on Higdon Street. This is in Augusta, Georgia, near Peachtree. So yeah, give everybody a couple seconds. I mean Peach Orchard, excuse me. Just comment, let me know you're here. All right, so breaking news this morning on Higdon Street. We were brought over here about 4 o'clock this morning. Police, Richmond County Dispatch, dispatched some deputies to this street because of shots fired into a residence. That's what they were responding to. Once they got here, we arrived probably about the same time. We saw probably about 10 people that were inside that home that was shot on this street over here. It's right down this way, and it's a white house on the right side of the road right now. You can't get quite close enough to it, and I'll walk you over there. But anyway, so a couple of hours ago, there were multiple deputies on this scene blocking off the entire area. But when I got here, I did get a chance to look at the shell casings that were on the street right here, all on the ground. I've counted probably about 17 of them the first time, and couldn't get a lot of details on what went down this morning. But later we left the scene, and then we got more information that there was another call just a few minutes after police cleared out the area. They got a second call about shots being fired in this same exact spot, this same location. So we got back out here on the scene and spoke to multiple neighbors out here who say this isn't something that they're not used to. This happens all the time. They tell me that they've been robbed, their houses are getting their doors kicked in, they are seeing shootings all the time. It's not a unusual occurrence for this area. And this is Higdon Street in Augusta, Georgia. They say that this sort of thing happens a lot here, and that's very interesting because it's not something that we hear about all the time. And right now we're trying to figure out what exactly went down here and also why these shootings keep happening. So right now we're waiting to hear back from the public information officer about who a possible suspect could be, if they have anyone in custody. We're working to get that information right now. At this time, since there were 2 shootings, clearly they didn't have anyone in custody the first time, if there was another one, but that's just me talking. I'm not positive about that, but we will find out. So I'm going to open up the floor right now. If you guys have any questions, I'm going to start answering some of them. Let's see. I hope everyone is okay. Wesley, from what it looks like, everybody seems like they're okay. We're not sure at this time, but I didn't see an ambulance out here this morning. We got here just a few minutes after the police arrived, so I'm pretty sure everyone's all right, but I'm not positive. We will keep you updated on that. And let's see, more questions. You look and sound scared. I'm sorry. It's just been a lot going on this morning. Take a deep breath. There you go. Alrighty. 3 months ago. It wasn't like that. So Miller, that's what the neighbors are saying. They say that it hasn't always been like this. They say that they've lived here for 50 years or so, and they haven't been around this kind of violence, and it's new. It's happening a lot though, and these shootings are becoming a regular thing, as well as robbing and people stealing things off their porch and all of those sort of things. Neighbors, literally probably 10 of them, have told me the same thing this morning. Let's see, where is this, please? This is in Augusta, Georgia. We are on Higdon Street, and this is near Peach Orchard in that area in Augusta, Georgia. He said deep 3 breath. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Sometimes you just don't have time to take a deep breath. Okay. So for those of you who are just tuning in, what happened this morning, police responded to shots fired into a residence here on Higdon Street in Augusta, Georgia. When I got here, I saw probably about 17 bullet shell casings on the ground. After that, police cleared the scene. They were going door to door before that, though, with their flashlights, knocking on doors, asking if anyone saw anything. It doesn't seem that they got an answer at that time. Then after that, the scene cleared out, we cleared out, and we were just waiting for those details to be released later on. And then just a few minutes after I got back to the station, we heard that there was another shooting over here, so raced back on over, and that's when we found out that there was another shooting. So just a few minutes after they cleared out, more shots rang out in this same spot on Higdon Street in Augusta, Georgia. Any yellow tape indicating a murder scene, Tasha? No, there is no yellow tape. I haven't even seen any evidence markers out here. As you can see right now, it's pretty clear. They got the stuff and they got out. All right, I'm just going to read a few of your questions. Is there a history of violence in this neighborhood? Lewis, no. Well, yeah, lately there has been, according to the neighbors. They say that it's been really violent lately. They say that they've been getting things stolen off of their porches. They've been robbed. Their doors have been kicked in. They hear gunshots all the time. One lady told me that sometimes she hears a gunshot and doesn't even call the police because she's like, oh, it's just another one. Just another one. And then today, it sounded, I mean, the neighbors are a little shaken up now because they hear a ton of gunshots going off. One neighbor told me it just over and over and over, it sounds like they were clearing guns, and she said it's terrorizing. She said she was scared. She had a baby in the house. She said she got the baby into a safe area and thought that they were okay once police got here, and then police left only to have more shots ring out over here. So the neighbors are scared. They're a little bit shaken up, but a lot of them wanted to come over and talk to me because they're telling me that this is something that happens a lot now. They don't feel safe in their neighborhood anymore. Off Peach Orchard somewhere, I guess someone's asking where we are. We are on Higdon Street in Augusta, Georgia. And yeah, it is near Peach Orchard Road in that area. All right, just reading some more of your questions. Okay, and then also, one of the neighbors also told me the second round of shooting, she heard probably about 7 to 9 shots go off the second time. The first time she said she couldn't even count how many because she heard so many shots. Alrighty. Lewis, your question about asking if they're going to step up their patrols in the area. I have not asked that question, but that is a good question. I spoke to the public information officer. He's getting some information back to me here shortly, and I will definitely bring up that question. What color is the house? Is it white? Does it sit in the circle? It does not sit in the circle, Miller. It is on the left or the right-hand side. On this side, it's a white house. You can tune in to our show. You'll be able to see the footage of the house while this was all happening this morning. It's a white home on the right-hand side. Maria, were they shooting at a specific home or random? Do you know? I don't know the answer to that question, but I do know that right now we are a bit further back than where we were earlier this morning, and a neighbor actually at this house right here popped out just a few minutes ago and told me he heard the second round come by and actually saw the lights flashing through his window. So I don't know if it's targeted toward that same house because that's a bit up that ways. We're not positive at this time. So right now we're just waiting to get that information, or working to get that information from the sheriff's office. All right. Higdon Street. And yeah, it's Higdon, Higdon Street in Augusta, Georgia. And, yeah. All right, so for those of you who are just tuning in, I'll go over it one more time. So deputies from Richmond County were dispatched over here to Higdon Street, the 1900 block. in regards to shots fired into a residence. So when I arrived on the scene, I saw probably at least 17 shell casings on the street just up there that way. Multiple deputies were on the scene, and then also criminal investigations division got here to check it out. They were going around with their flashlights looking for evidence. Obviously, there were multiple people on the front porch of that home that had gotten shot up this morning, out here sort of, you know, expressing their emotion. And after that, the scene was cleared off. They couldn't give me any information on the scene. Everything was cleared. We got back to the station and then sent back out here because there was another shooting right after police cleared the area. So 2 shootings in very little time of each other happened on this street. So it's very interesting. We don't know if they've got a suspect in custody right now. We don't know if this is gang related or any of those sort of things. But we will keep you updated as soon as we learn more. Let's see, we've got more questions. So we don't know if anyone got shot. From what it looked like when I got here on the scene, which was just a few minutes after police arrived, I didn't see an ambulance out here, which is a good indication that no one was hurt. But it's always possible that I missed it, so we will keep you updated as soon as we get that information from the sheriff's office, which should be coming here any minute. Where is this? This is on Higdon Street in Augusta, Georgia, and it's near Peach Orchard Road, or Peach Orchard. All right, guys. For more information, tune into our live stream on our show right now. We are still on WFXG.com. You can live stream it or you can catch us on your TV. And of course, we'll keep you updated on our website. And if you don't have our mobile app, go ahead and download it because you can get your notifications as soon as we learn more. You guys will learn more as long as you download that app. All right, thanks for tuning in. This is Fox 54 News, and I'm Mary Klingler.